guys, this is QIAYA, and I wanted to give you a little bit of an update. Things are going pretty well, and I'm actually on the countdown for IUI number 1. So this is the first IUI I will have ever done, and I think it's like the first time in my life I've actually been excited for my period to come, because I'm like, oh, that means it'll be cycle day 1 of trying to attempt to do IUI. Well, because I don't want to go through multiple failed IUIs and then have to go on to IVF if I can prevent it at all, I'm trying to do everything in my power to kind of increase the likelihood of a successful IUI, whether that's my first attempt or second attempt or hopefully not third attempt. But here's what I've been doing so far. So one of the first things that I started to do when I said, okay, it's getting to a point where I think I'm going to be doing IUI in a couple of months, is I made sure that I got back on track with taking vitamins. And usually I just take a daily vitamin, but I started taking prenatals and folic acid and a couple of other ones. And I based that one off of my initial IVF consult, which was this time last year. It's not the clinic we're working with now, but they gave me a really good idea of what they would want me to take in preparation for IVF. And so I'm trying to stick to some of those things now, and I'll make another video where I'll go over everything I'm taking, because it's just a boatload of medicine and vitamins, which I'm hoping will help. Another thing I did was just start to pay more attention to what I was eating. I've already been doing that anyway, but I did start tracking again using MyFitnessPal. 1, just to make sure I was within good calorie range, and 2, to make sure that what I was getting every day was nutritionally sound. Because, I still have a fear of miscarriage, and I was like, well, if I'm not eating nutritionally sound food, not getting everything I need, like, how am I supposed to work on making another person and have that work well, unless they're getting what they need to. So that's been going pretty well. It has been very helpful, and it's kind of helped my third thing. Third thing being just to continue to watch my weight. I made a really strong effort about 2 years ago to lose a lot of weight, and thinking that would help my infertility issues, and it didn't end up making a difference, but I have maintained 50 pounds of that initial weight loss. I did gain a couple pounds back, but 50 I did maintain off. So I made sure that I lost those couple pounds that I had gained, and then so now I'm down about 15 pounds from what I was about 2 months ago. I don't know if that's something that's going to really make a difference with IUI, but I figure it doesn't hurt. I've also been trying to make sure that I get in a decent amount of physical activity every day. Most of the work that I do is kind of sedentary, so I do like walking. I just try to track how much I do it now. And I would say on average most days I'm walking at least about 2 miles. On good days I'm walking closer to 4 or 5 miles. Along with some dietary and just physical wellness changes, I've also been trying to make sure that I don't overdo sugar or salt in the food that I eat. Again, not necessarily things that are going to make a huge impact on IUI, but I figure if I'm healthier, then my chances of a successful IUI are probably more likely to. So I am doing this cycle as a medicated cycle, so I'm taking Femara. And I was really worried about what effects I would have with that, and it really wasn't too terrible. I actually just finished taking it a couple days ago, and I would say the worst thing that happened with it was just a lot of insomnia. A little bit of breaking out, but really wasn't that bad. I would say the insomnia was not fun, but if it helps, then hooray. I'm hoping that it will help like the egg quality, and I go in for a follicle scan next week. So yeah, kind of keep my fingers crossed with that one. One of the things that my reproductive endocrinologist mentioned was that if I didn't have a successful IUI the first time, what he would have me do is start taking OPKs every day during my cycle from cycle day 5 onward to kind of determine when would be the best day to actually come in for the IUI, which got me thinking, why don't I just do that for the first IUI instead of potentially wasting an IUI, right? So I've been taking 2 different OPKs since cycle day 5. I haven't ovulated yet, but whatever. I'm hoping that it'll happen naturally, and then I don't have to do a trigger shot. I decided to do 2 different versions of OPKs. I think I have First Response and Clear Blue, just because I wanted like the confirmation of seeing like the yes, you're actually ovulating on more than one test. And I'm trying to take those earlier in the afternoon. So if I do have an LH surge, I can call over to the clinic and be like, hey guys, I'm having an LH surge. When can I get in for the IUI? Another thing that I'm planning on doing is the day that I actually go in for the IUI, I'm going to bring a menstrual cup in with me to insert after the process, hoping that'll kind of keep everything where it needs to be. Some people online have reported that they've done that and it's been something that's worked for them, and I'm kind of at the point where, okay, I'll try it, whatever, as long as it's not really off the wall. I'm down for it, because like I said before, successful first attempt is my hope. Like, I'm not irrational enough to believe that that's actually what's going to happen, but if it does, I would be really excited and also super relieved. I think I've covered about everything that I'm trying to do to help myself this time around. I think the last thing is just trying not to stress about it too much. I know it's just going to be what it's going to be. I will definitely be upset if it doesn't work, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. And I'm trying to just keep my expectations realistic going through this. So if you're watching this because you're about to go through an IUI too, I wish you all of the luck in the world. And if you have gone through an IUI before and it was successful, or even if it wasn't successful, kind of let me know maybe what you tried or maybe what you wish you had tried going through it. And I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!